Welcome back to my channel. My name is Live. I'm a knitter from Norway. Today I thought I would start a series where I finish my whips or frog a project and use the yarns like flip the knit kind of thing. I've been seeing a lot of YouTubers doing this recently because it's such a waste to have a almost finished project or a garment that you never used, so it's better to frog it, even though it's quite a lot of job to frog a project. The issue about this cardigan, it's the Spicy Cardigan by Strikka Litt Mye, a Norwegian designer. I've already knitted one in pink, and I'm knitting it in a hand-dyed green mohair from a store called Strikkefeber, and holding it together with this white sisu from Sandnes, which is 20% nylon and 80% wool, so I feel like it's more of a sock base. The reason I want to frog it is because it's too short and it's knitted top bottom, so I should have tried it on before and then just, you know, made it longer, but I thought that blocking would fix it. But this is just beyond what blocking will fix. So the only part that I have left is the ribbing, or like the button bands on each side, and also the neck here. It's supposed to be 1x1 rib, so it's I'm pretty close to the finish line if I like the length, but I think we need to make it longer. So in order to make it longer, we need to frog back this ribbing, add I think 5, maybe 6 centimeters of plain stockinette, and then add or knit the ribbing again. Since it is knitted on 8mm needles and the ribbing is 7mm needles, I'm just going to pull back the ribbing, and hopefully the yarn won't be like too noodly so I can use it again. It is Italian bind off, so that will be interesting to frog back. It's quite a lot of work, and worst case I would just cut off the ribbing or just like the bind off. But yeah, let's get to work. I think I started, like, I've even not cut like the yarn from the Italian bind off. I've just let it sit, and I think I already knew then that it was going to be too short. I just ignored the problem for 2 months. Okay, so we have a start where I like weaved in the end. I've gotten that part done, and this is very fiddly work, and that's probably why I've also been putting it off, because it's just so fiddly, and it's always not fun to you know, frog back anything that you've made and, you know, spent hours on. But like the past me would have just thought that, oh whatever, I will completely knit a new one instead of frogging back, you know, 5 centimeters. I was like, the slightest inconvenience, I was just like, whatever, I will make a completely new garment. And now that I've grown and gotten older, I've realized that it's much better to fix like the little mistake, or just, you know, frog back a few inches or whatever, because then you will get the perfect garment in one go instead of, you know, 2. I jinxed myself. I was saying to myself, oh, this is so easy, even though it's like thick mohair. It's so easy. The thing is, you have to find the exact right thread to pull. If you're pulling the wrong thread, of course, it's going to be hard. Okay, we're at the halfway mark, I would say, maybe. It's going slowly but surely. As this gets longer, it also, you know, tests my patience a little bit more, I would say. But we're getting there. Super super slowly. Okay, we are officially done with frogging back the Italian bind off. So I've started to, you know, frog back the ribbing itself, and I find that frogging back the ribbing itself, it's much more fiddly than the Italian bind off, because the mohair just won't, the mohair won't separate. So I think I'll have to grab some scissors just to, like, when the mohair won't separate, I can just cut the mohair. Just to like speed up the process, I'm not cutting like the actual fabric, I'm just cutting the hairs of the mohair, if that makes sense. So just like this part, so it will like glide off easier. I don't know if that will like ruin the mohair. I've never tried it before, but it just makes frogging back a little bit less time consuming. And oh, it's so long hair. Oh. This is why I didn't want to frog it. This is why I've been putting it off for like 2 months. This is so freaking fiddly. This part is a little bit of a fiddly session as well, but we're getting there. So I have a little update. It's been maybe 2 days, and I knitted the body one more time, or I frogged back the ribbing, and then I put a little stitch marker. So this little stitch marker is where I started when the ribbing was frogged back, and then I knitted about, I would say 8 centimeters. I added this much, and then I knitted the ribbing again and also added or bind it off in Italian bind off. So even now, before blocking, I think the length is much more suiting, or like it's a length that will fit me, and I will also wear this a ton more. Okay, so now that I've added a few centimeters to the body, I can already feel that I'm going to wear this a lot more. So before it was like up here maybe, now it's just with blocking. I will think, because it hits my hip bone perfectly right now, which is a length that I usually go for. So with blocking it will hit like just below my hip bone, so that's perfect. Now I have to pick up stitches for the button bands on each side, and also make a ribbing at the top for the neck. But I'm thinking maybe I should just block it and wear it as an open cardigan this summer, and then when fall hits I can make the button bands, because I'm kind of liking the open cardigan vibes right now. I don't feel like I need a button band right now, and also I don't have buttons, so maybe I should just weave in any ends and just wash it and see how I like it. Because right now I'm leaning more towards dropping the buttons for now, because I'm kind of liking it open. Just went and looked in the mirror, and I think that also like the more open O-neck I'm vibing with for the summer, and since it is summer right now, I don't need like the extra neck and like the extra tightness. So I'm thinking of blocking it so these edges won't roll that much, and also adding, I think, just like either a button or something to close it up here, so that I can have one button like this, and then just keep it open for the summer. And I think this look is also really cute with like just one button or something to close it at the top, and then keep it open for the summer. And I have enough yarn, so if I just don't, like if I keep the yarn in my stash and don't use it for anything else, I can always add on the buttons, my English, the buttons and the ribbing later, I think. Okay, so the main reason why I want to make this video was to motivate myself to finish a object that was just lying in my basket of started project but never finished projects, and that got me thinking to which other project I could do this with, because I have a sweater that I got mohair in my eye. I started a sweater probably in March of 2023 and it's currently June 2024. So I really want to finish that like soon, but I'm going on a trip, so maybe I should bring that for the trip. My English today. So maybe I should bring that on my trip, so I only have like one project on my trip. I often do that if I have a project that I know I'm like, ugh, I don't want to work on it. But if I bring it on a trip, I'm like forced to work on it, if that makes sense. But I also have a very bright pink April cardigan that I started in December of 2023. But I've realized that the gauge was a little bit off, but I thought I would like wing it and yeah. I thought I would make up for the wrong gauge by making a size bigger, but it's still a little tight. And maybe blocking will fix it, but overall I'm not like, I don't like the fit of the April cardigan anymore. I would much rather have like an O-neck compared to the April cardigan that has a V-neck. But it is a very like super fun bright pink color, so I really would like to make a new... I just broke my needle. Are you seeing that? I knew this was going to happen because it's been poking me for the last few weeks. Oh well, I have a couple more, so it's fine. I was talking about the April cardigan. The yarn is really pretty. It's a very bright pink yarn from Madeline Tosh, I think it's called. And it's held together with a pink mohair, but I'm not so happy about the color combination also. I think that's why I also don't like the April cardigan, because the color combination of the silk mohair and the like hand-dyed Madeline Tosh, it's just not it. It's not that pretty, and I think I need a brighter silk mohair to match the Madeline Tosh one. So I think I want to make the Copenhagen cardigan, is it called? It's a cardigan with an O-neck from Petite Knit, and I want to use the Madeline Tosh one, like the super bright pink, and then find buy a new mohair to hold it together, because I have this really pretty cardigan on my Pinterest board that I really want to remake, and it's this super bright pink cardigan with pearl buttons, and I'm still thinking of it like every week. I think I really need that cardigan in my life, so that's why I want to make a like bright pink cardigan. I've always like envisioned me having one. That's like my two main projects, and I need to like finish them or frog them or whatever. The April cardigan is going to be a mess to frog because I need to separate the mohair from the Madeline Tosh one. I don't know, I've never done that, so that's going to be interesting. I've officially finished weaving in the ends, so I'm going to give it a bath and then it's going to dry for a couple of days, and then I'll be back with a full reveal, and also we can talk about the buttons then. Okay, so it's been a few days and it's all dried up, and I decided to add a little button at the top, I just went to a local like arts and crafts store and bought a little button. So I think it's perfect for summer, and I'm liking this open look for now. And I can always add the ribbing later and add more buttons if I want to later on. I didn't make a dedicated buttonhole for this button because it's so small, so I just looped it through the stitch at the top, so that will probably be dragged over time, but it's fine for now. And I'm really excited about the length. I'm super happy about how it turned out, and I will definitely be frogging more projects to make them perfect in the future. And now I'm eager to frog my April cardigan and fix it, because it's a mess and I will never wear it as it is right now. I'm super excited about fixing the next project. And again, thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.